Welcome to Franchise Your Business webinar. Franchising is a way that you can probably multiply by 10 the value of your business with this great potential strategy. First, before going forward, probably your time is precious. So let's see if you're really the person we're looking for. We're working with CEOs of an established company. These companies succeeds above the average of their business sectors, and you have been in operation for at least 3 years. Annual sales 2 million and more. You have a team at your disposal to support you because this program is not necessarily with one person, and becoming a franchisor will probably need a bit more than just you and your time. You're looking also for accelerated growth. Um, because franchising can be really a good tool to accelerate your growth. And also, you're ready to learn a new leadership role because being a franchisor is not like running your company as you do actually. Never forget that you're dealing with partners, which is different. So, who am I? My name is Stéphane Breault. I'm a franchise expert since 2008. I'm a private mentor for franchise CEOs around Canada, and I also train and coach the franchisor management team in their role execution. Also, I speak sometimes at franchisor level or with some generic franchising events. I've been a former CEO of franchise networks. Half my career was spent with being the CEO of franchise networks. So, as we say, got the T-shirt, and I bought the T-shirt and I got the T-shirt from being a CEO of franchise system. Uh, why should you choose to become a franchisor? See, so there's good and bad reasons. Let's talk about the wrong reason first, and the good will be a bit more clear. The first wrong reason is if you want to make a quick buck. Selling franchises, and then they'll be okay because they put their money, it's going to work, and I'll collect royalties. That approach won't work. That's a massive underestimation of what it is to be franchisor. So if you want to make a quick buck very fast, probably not the right thing. Probably the stock market is a bit better for that. If you want to move away from operation, it's yes, you will move away because you won't have to operate every franchises, but the operations will be part of your daily work because you need to make sure that the franchisees are able to operate their business the right way. So you will always have a kind of an eye for the operation, making sure that the operation as a franchise system is the heart of the business. So you make sure that the operation system is optimal, that they know how to operate, and they operate very well. So operation will be a part of your preoccupation, but not in the same way as it is today. If you think that franchising will address for once and for all the human resource issue, sorry for that, but it won't. Franchisees will need you to support them into this HR issue that they will live. So you will have to think about system, help them to better recruit, better select, better integrate employees. So there will be training, there will be HR related activities that you will have to do or to perform to help them to be able to get the right people they need to serve your clientele right. So it's going to be a great experience for both of you. Yeah. If you think that franchising will make your life easier, uh, uh, at first, no. Let's be frank; it's a new thing to learn, so there will be a lot of new things to learn. So it's going to be like you gotta have to adapt and learn and put into practice, not being really confident in it. So it's going to be like a bit of a new path for you. But if you have the not if you have if you get the right people, that's the point. You have to get the right franchisees. If you have the right franchisees, for sure it's going to make your life easier because they are operating the system, they are operating their businesses, and they will basically, with their success, they will, bring success to you, and you will also be able to develop more success with them because it's going to be easy. Working with great partners make great companies. See, so this franchise, the franchising business is a partnership type of business. So yes, it can be, your life can be easier, but it needs a couple of ingredients to make sure. The first one is the right franchisees. Leaving others to invest in growth. Yes and no. Yes, you don't have to invest in every franchise, so for sure your capital will be spent differently. But don't think that, just, okay, let's do the franchise contract, the operation manual, and that will be okay, and things will get, and we'll get the royalty stream coming in very easy, or so. It won't be like that. It's going to take, some reinvestment, and make sure that you grow your system, you grow your people the right way to support. So don't expect this to be a very a short term business, profitable business. It might be deceiving if you're looking to be profitable within a year. um, the right reason then. The first one is building a powerful brand. You can easily imagine that with a franchise, a great model, and a great franchise, you can have multiple, stores, or multiple places, multiple franchisees in multiple regions that can carry your brand, and develop the clientele and your notoriety, and basically building for you a super, business. So, yes, it's a great way to build a powerful brand, but you have to be able to have a brand, to build a brand. You have to be able to create this brand. So you will need to really relook at your marketing, your experience, the way. So if you're just an ordinary, business with an ordinary brand, with an ordinary thing, don't expect to become a franchise. Ordinary won't work in franchising. You have to be extraordinary. You have to be super good. Okay, so that's the first thing. Franchisee will always force you to be better. So be better now. So it's gonna be a lot easier to become a franchisor. If you think that the local act of a franchisee being in his market, working with this clientele, develop the local market, develop the local clientele. If you think this will be powerful for your brand, yes, it's going to be good to become a franchisor. You want to accelerate your development? For sure. It's a great way to accelerate your development when it's well done, and when it's under kind of some parameters of control parameters, your growth can be really astonishing. Is it less risk? It's less risky on us, yes, for sure, because you don't put your capital at every store or every locations. But there's a franchisor risk also. So yes, it's less risky on a certain point, but you have to be careful about the risk, because the franchisee is taking the risk based on the confidence, the trust he has from you and your system and your brand and your know-how, to make sure that he's making the right choice. See, so this relationship is a kind of a risk that has to be very, very carefully addressed, and that's why we have all those. You probably heard about, franchise contract, operation manuals, stuff like that. But basically, it's to minimize the risk of the franchisee. That will minimize your risk. So that's, yes, there's less risk, but there's a certain risk. If you value the partnership, if you like to work with partners, if you like to work with in team, you're a team guy, you like to work with this, great. If you don't, might not be the right reason for you to come to in franchising. The last one, which there's many others, but let's say this one is important too, is you create value for your business. This royalty stream, this recurring revenue stuff is coming, is creating a lot of cash flow, and cash flow worth a lot of money in business that. So it's a really powerful value creation strategy. And there's a when it's in due time, when you have a certain number of stores, some people can buy your franchise, you as a franchisor, if you want to sell at multiple of your revenue, that will probably surprise you. Okay. Um, but there's some dangers. Okay, the first one is the short-term vision. As a franchisor, you need to have a mid and long-term vision. You're the captain of the boat. You're not the guy in the in the operating machine. See, so you in the engine room. So you're really the captain of the boat. So you have to see forward. A midterm vision is the minimum you can have. Short-term vision will create a chaos within your network because people can't follow you. If one day you say it's red, then so people go red. Okay, fine. It's the other day you say no, people go yellow, so they go yellow. No, at the end the chaos will be there. So no short-term vision, please, in franchising. If you got also the wrong business model, I see it very often. People get into franchising and come up to me after a couple of franchisees, Stéphane, I don't understand. I don't make money. I make less money than I used to do. Those guys are all after me because they're not happy. So what's wrong? And when we look at it, there's a couple of wrong points. But the first one I look is the business model, and most of the time it's the first place where people are not at the right place. The business model is not the right for the franchisee and not the right for the franchisor. See, I see some franchisor who are taking too much, and the franchisee doesn't make money, or it's reversed. So the franchisor don't make money, the franchisee will make the money, but then they expect profit from volume. It's tough to build volume. So the wrong business model gets you to many problems. Happy, profitable franchisee will create happy, profitable franchisors. Okay. Careless selection of franchise partners. Major point. You can garbage in, garbage out. Always remember this. So the right person. So we have to work a lot on what is your right person with the right money, with the right training, with the right integration, the right startup will do a right franchisee if he has the right leadership. So you see, so there's a lot of things to do. So we need to have the right franchise partner. See, and I saw, good franchisee can become better franchisee can become exceptional, but bad franchisees, I never saw a bad franchisee become good. And I got a lot of experience in franchising. See, I've been in franchising since 1986. My first job was marketing manager of a regional small appliances franchise back in Montreal. So weak network leadership, that goes with the equation. Leadership. You don't manage your franchisee. You lead your franchisees. See, if you want to tell them what to do and how to do and when to do and what to do and how to do and when to do, and so this is management. So you don't manage franchisees. That's why they're the CEO of their business, but you have to lead them so they become the CEO of their business and also partner in your system, in your brand, and in the growth of the brand and the success of the brand. See, the other place where there's some very often there's some gray zone is the when the role and responsibilities between the franchisor and franchisee are not clear. It creates gray zone where people are like, hey, is it me or is it you? So it creates conflicts. It creates a lack of operational excellence. It creates issues with customers. It creates issues with employees. So you don't want to get there. Okay, so there has to be very clear. Black and white in the operating system is the answer, not gray zone. If you neglect the legal aspect, mm, yes, the franchise contract is crucial. So you don't have you don't go to see a cardiologist for a foot problem. It's the same thing with franchisees. There's many lawyers that will tell you, we can do a franchise contract. It's easy. So, but I would recommend to go with a firm which is specialized in franchising, because there's many things to be aware of, which not a lot of people are aware of. And then also in most of provinces in Canada and in the States and in many countries, the franchising is under a special law. They call it franchise law, that requires a lot of legal provisions that if you don't know, you can get into deep trouble. Okay. The other part, which I see very often, is an underdeveloped operating system. People that assume that people will know how because they're in the business. So no, the know-how is you. So you have to make sure that you teach and you reinforce the right know-how. So it's your responsibility. So it has to be well developed for sure. So couple of dangers there that are my goal there is to give you the perspective, the 360 about it. And not only it's a nice strategy to grow and it's easy and blah blah blah. No, this is a new business that requires some specific qualities, skills. You got to be careful. It's your future that you're with this when you become franchisor. And if I see a lot of franchisors who are not successful because they don't have the basics. So the four basics or the four pillars of the franchisors, I think the number one pillar is the human aspect. I'm sure that you get it from now, is not only the franchisee aspect, but also the franchisor aspect and the people who will work with the franchisee. So this aspect is crucial. So leadership, garbage in, garbage out. Same thing for your employees, garbage in, garbage out. Understanding the roles and responsibilities, all that aspect. All this is the human aspect that is pillar number one of a franchisor. When you have great relationship, great partnership relation, things are a lot easier. Second is strategy. I told you, franchisor it has to be focused on mid and long term, and the franchisee is the one who's operating on a daily and annually the business. But if you don't have the right strategy, it won't work. The development strategy is critical. The training strategy is critical. The startup strategy. So you have a lot of point to attach together to build this franchising strategy that makes sense. It's not only a distribution contract and go for it. Franchising is a real business relationship with partners at the end of the day. Partners, they're not partners in your equity, but they trust you, they invest in your brand. So at the end of the day, they invest in you. So you worth respect to them, and with a proper strategy, they will follow. The pillar number three is your ability to perform. You got to be able to walk the talk. So if you have the systems to put together the right people and the right mindset, ability to perform is you have to walk the talk. So that's your game, and franchisee will respect that, and they will walk the talk too. That's kind of a rebound effect, which is very interesting and probably a bit better than you, because they're proud, they want to be better, they want to be more. They'll go to details where you don't go, because that's their business, that's their store, that's their employees. See, so I saw so many great things happen with franchisees because they take initiative that make total sense, but you never thought about it. So then you can then enhance your system with this. So it's a great way to perform. Always says, to be a great franchisor, I think I said it too. You have to be like 125%, and they'll be more than 100%. So don't just be a good one, be a great one. And the last pillar is money. Money on your part and money on the part of franchisee. I never saw a poor franchisee making money without asking so many things from the franchisor, that at the end of the day, the franchisor don't make money. So you need the right people with the right money. You need also to understand that you'll have to invest money to develop all your toolbox and all the strategy, your plan, stuff like that. But then after that, you need money to support your growth, and then always reinvest a bit in innovation, because you have to be focused on long term, and this will create a lot of profitability if money is part of your daily execution with your franchisee and with your business too. So yeah, there's a lot of what's, a lot of how, and more and more and more questions. So what we've done is let me talk about what we're doing to help you to become a franchisor. We developed a solution, which is the Franchise Your Business program. This program has been developed for after many, many years of working with franchisors, new ones, entrepreneur, old ones, and also based on our experience, because I got a couple of experts working with me. So we've built this program in order to make sure that a franchisor, an entrepreneur, can become a franchisor in a very short period of time, but with a lot of know-how, so they reduce their risk, they reduce the mistake, they avoid a lot of critical mistakes that a lot of new franchisors are doing. Sorry, I'm having a glass of water. And and they can perform very well, and not just want to become and just stop there. Okay, because we see, and that's something that is one of my favorite quote is, in franchising, improvisation leads to failure. Period. You know, you have to imagine someone that takes all the money they have. They borrow from a family, they whatever. Okay, so they take all the money they have. They trust your brand, they trust you when they want this to become, and this will be their future. And imagine if things fails. If things fails, it's for them, it's not a good news, huh? As we know. So let's be very honest. Improvisation leads to failure. So you don't want to improvise. You want to create value. You want to create great profitability, great franchising, great relationship. That's why we built this program to get for you. Okay, the new franchisor is facing a new reality. So it's a new business. Your franchisees are not employees, they're partners. So it's another way to deal with people. There's a lot of legal stuff at the beginning. So, you're not acquainted to. So we have to be, well, they're garbage in, garbage out. I talked about it enough. Replicability, from franchise to franchise is a real challenge. So need to make sure that it's you got the systems to be it's going to be like more easy to be replicable than none. A recruitment and selection process is paramount, so we're going to spend time in this recruitment and selection process. We have tools, we have programs, if you wish. So there's many things we need to build there, and it's critical to your success. And between you and I, it's going to be a new business, so it's good. There will be new complexities that honestly you don't know, and probably we have the answer. Maybe not always the answer you want to hear, but we have the answers. So what can you expect from our program? Kind of outcomes can you expect? But our goal is in 4 months that you are ready to recruit your first franchisee. So it doesn't take years and years and years of program to become a franchisor. If you have the capacities and the skills, we can really work pretty fast. And we want you to become to be ready within 4 months to recruit your first franchisee. That doesn't mean that you will have your first franchisee, but you're ready to recruit. You can push the button and say, okay, we're open for business and franchising. You will get a complete diagnostic of your capacities to become a franchisor. And let's be honest here, if I see that you're not capable of, you will know. So don't you will not have to invest in this program if you're not ready, if you're not you don't have what it takes to become a successful franchisor. We take a limited numbers of clients a year, and what I want is making my clients successful. And I got a couple of gray hair, so I'm not looking for people who will fail. I'm looking for people who are in capacity to win. Um, You will also have a clear business plan, that a real clear business plan that will allow you to evaluate your risk, visualize your ROI, see on the franchise part, on the franchisor, we balance the equation, we work on this. You'll see with some assumption of growth, what it will give, what kind of resource you need, when do you need them. All this will be visualizing the complete business plan. Yes, you need a toolbox of solutions to recruit and select, inform, qualified, and motivated franchisees. We also will create with you, co-create with you, the structure of your operating system. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to replicate your concept from franchise to franchise. You will have access to our exclusive method of 120 days to succeed your business launch. This is a program, kind of a method that we've developed based on the fact that it's an American study showed that 85% of franchisees who are at break even at before or around 120 days, they will be franchisees for the duration of the contract. So that's a huge number. So we really worked on this variable because startup is crucial in franchising. So it's not just because they got the brand, they got this, and they got that, that it will work automatically. Okay, so we develop with you. It's a method, but it's really personalized to you and to your brand, to your business sector, to really push the franchisee to really operate within 120 days and be at break even. That's our goal. If he's profitable before that, great, but that's break even, a cash flow that we're looking at for 120 days. So pretty discipline, a lot of discipline, a lot of it's an effort, for them and for you. You will have access to our franchisor training vault. We do a lot of mini courses on different aspects, and I'm trying to teach as much as possible to my client. So it's going to be something you can have access when you have time, or to share with some of your people that might be very interesting too. You got, naturally, for sure, you got regular access to me as your private coach to support you in your effort. And support, I mean, like, I coach, I discipline, I push, I comment, I give my ideas, I respect your ideas, we build together solutions. So we're in there for that. I'm with you for the right. So I want to make sure that you succeed. And for sure, you create a new business to generate a very powerful growth and profitable business model. It's a new way of doing business, and more, because there will be more every time, every client, there's something more. Sorry, that we do. So basically, what you do when you get into our program is we become your expert and coach to help you to become franchisor. Our only goal, and that's the great thing about it's a small team that I work with, but they all know franchising inside out. See, so that's a big thing. And the goal that we share, and this is me as the leader of this group, is very simple: is we help you to create your new growth path and develop a business with unlimited potential. Because franchising is, if you got the right equation, and if you got the right vision and the right leadership, you'll be surprised about the potential of your franchise organization. You will have a copy of this webinar. You can read some of my older clients, what they say about me. But the point is, if you want to go at franchising and you're not sure, or you want to become a successful franchisor, why don't you take an appointment with us? You contact me, we'll give you access to our calendar, and we can have a chat about your project. No pressure, CEO to CEO, and I'll treat you like a paid client. And if your idea doesn't make sense, I will tell you. If it does make sense, you'll know what we can do together. Step one, step two, step three. And if it makes sense for you, we have our own criteria. We don't, we cannot serve more than a certain number of clients. So we cannot take everyone, and we have certain criteria which are pretty straight. You have you know them pretty much. The first slide that we talked about when I opened the webinar, but there's also what kind of dynamic we will develop together that is also crucial. If I if I can't work with you, I will tell you. You know, and if I think it's a bad idea for you to become a franchisor, I will tell you. You know, we're there to help you to succeed. We're not there to put you to failure. So, Iko, this is sorry, I got a French accent. Don't be shy. I'm having fun with this every time because people say, "Hey, Stéphane, you're coming from France or from Quebec?" Yes, I'm coming from that part, but we serve most of our clientele is in English, so we serve the English clientele, no problem. So feel free to contact us. It will be a pleasure to help you and to answer your questions. And if we can work together, it's going to be a pleasure to serve you and to help you to succeed in this project. Have a great day. Thank you for your time.